Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scott Properties Group. I'm joined again today with Adrian Kirwan, who is a real estate agent and auctioneer here in Brisbane. We've taken the liberty of coming back to our favourite spot, which is at the top of Kangaroo Point, and another beautiful day in gorgeous Queensland. So, Adrian, the question I'm going to ask you, and I probably know the answer to this already, but I'm going to ask it anyway,
Go on.
is should all property go to auction?
Look, as an auctioneer, I think I'd be thrown out of the fraternity if I didn't say yes, of course it should. Me personally, I've always believed that every property is unique, and every property, if you're selling, let's go this way, if you're selling a unit that's in a block of units and the one next door is just sold for a price and the one beside it's just sold for a similar price than the next one, do you need to auction that property? There's arguments for yes and no. Me personally, I would say you should be able to gauge where it is. If you have a unique property that's, say, here at Kangaroo Point on the beautiful cliffs and we're overlooking the city and you know that the interest is going to be huge, definitely take the property to auction. Every single property has the right to go to auction and every single property is unique. It's really up to the agent and the amount of buyers that they believe that they could generate by taking that property to auction and the price that they could generate.
So on the whole, when you're looking at property
Yes.
across the board, do you find that there's certain properties that really do not benefit from going to auction?
No, not at all.
So they
No.
all have a
They all
value.
have strengths and weaknesses. It depends on the agent and the area, and to what you have to know what your area is doing, and you have to understand what that market is doing. So like I said, if you've got a 2-bed, 1-bath, 70s style unit, but in that area there's a very strong demand for that, why wouldn't you take it to auction? Same as if you've got a house in the middle of New Farm at the moment, of course you take that one to auction.
Absolutely.
It just depends, and the agent should be able to tell you what the buyers are doing in your area, what the market's doing in your area. That's what should guide you as to whether the property should go. Definitely.
So on average, just as a ballpark figure, out of the market currently, say, how much or what percentage do you believe of properties do go to auction?
Oh, too hard to say. There's that many properties that come on and go on. We look at clearance rates more than anything. But the other thing too is I will give you one tip, is always ask, before an agent asks you to take your property to auction, ask them how many properties they have actually auctioned.
That's a good one.
The reason a lot of properties and people are very negative about auction is that agents will pitch auction who have never done auctions before or don't understand auctions. If you have someone that comes through and says, we think you should do that, they should quite quickly be able to say to you, when was your last auction? How many auctions do your office conduct regularly? That would be the number one question. Once you're comfortable with that and believe that that would achieve you the better price, then definitely. If the agent thinks it's good to go, I'd back them every time.
Okay, thank you really for that.
Thanks,
That's
Sue.
great. Okay everyone, so here we are, just about to finish off this particular video. I hope you enjoyed that. I think there was a lot of information there. Probably need to look at it a few times, but in the short time, bye, and we're catching up with Adrian again in a couple of weeks' time with another interesting set of questions for him. Thanks now. Have a good day. Bye.
See ya.